Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another episode of Grand Arena Championships. Let me show you guys the board here that my opponent set out. You can see how this round went down. I'll tell you, it was not my finest work. I'll start off with that right now. But looking down there, let's show you the top. You can see he's got Grievous, he's got Darth Revan up there, he's got a Newt team. But look at his Grievous. It's Grievous with BB-8 and Watt. Down south, he's just got Geos and a Ray team. And that's fine because I know what I'm going to use for these. You guys can see I already got my Traya and Scion in there. All his Geos are Relic 5. And my Traya and Scion are both Relic 7. Modded for protection, health. They got crit avoidance arrows. They're built to take on Geos. So usually there's not a problem. It always is a little nerve-wracking though, watching these Geos go turn after turn, doing all their hits. And then if they stay on Traya too long or Scion, you know, I don't want them to die. But that's what happens, and they just go after it, and you see their health gets down nice and low. Then Traya goes, she can take a turn. I'm stuck having to aim for Sunfac. We'll take him out of there. They keep going, and you just got to hope that, you know, Scion doesn't die. And he usually doesn't. So just wait for him to get a turn. He gets a big hit, takes him into the yellow, but he's got Held by Hatred. Now that that's done, I can take out Alpha. Get rid of Alpha. Now they're not going to equalize, heal up, none of that. So it's boom, boom, boom. You know, that's how it goes. And now I'm just waiting for another turn. Sion's AoE will take care of that. And there you go, 61 banners on the first matchup there. All right, now I'm just going to take my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren against his Rey. It's a pretty standard matchup. I just got some basic first order with my Kylo. Red Trooper is always a good add if you have it, just because he's going to help you reach that ultimate faster, charge up a bit. I've got Hux in there. Hux is solid. Got First Order Stormtrooper as a tank. And then one of those pilots, the Special Forces one, we don't really use, but I found out he's got an AoE. So since he's got that, that's more chances for a crit. And an AoE is going to help you charge your ultimate meter faster. So the faster I can get charged up, I like to get it to 100 and make sure that I'm going to survive. And then it's easy. It's all about a matter of timing. You can see he's got Rey with the bros. He's got Zeris in there. She makes it a little bit tougher just with the healing. You can't really get the killing blows on the ones that you want to. But you can see I've already got my ultimate meter charged up. She's in her ultimate stance. And one of the things I've learned, I use a high health Kylo, which works great. But as long as everyone else is alive, her ultimate is just going to be dispersed amongst everybody that's alive. So she does it and ends up knocking off just one character. So as long as you're taking the ultimate between Kylo and at least one other, you're going to survive. And if you have a really high health Kylo, he can survive tanking the ultimate just on his own. So that's pretty helpful in knowing when you need to use your own ultimate. And so now that she went, I can use my ultimate and then just start knocking everybody down. You can see that the bros fell easy enough, and now it's just a matter of getting rid of Zeris for all that healing and getting rid of L3. So that's all I'm trying to do here. And also I'm looking at my ultimate meter and making sure that I can get enough of a charge, and that way I can survive. So she's in her ultimate stance. Look at that. I'm in the yellow. I had enough health to tank it, so I'm not worried there. And all I have to do is do another attack, and my health steal will fill my health meter right back up. So it's not too big of a worry. You can tank out a lot of things, and then I do have his ultimate meter charged up if I need to use it, at least for one round. So I keep watching that as I keep an eye on, you know, attacking and doing some damage. Keep doing multiple hits, that way it charges up even more. And look at that, I'm already back to 100, so might as well go ahead and use it there. That way she can't heal up. It's a lot harder for her to heal when you're in your ultimate stance. Look at that. Took her out. business as usual. Ugly banners, only 47, but got the job done. Broke through to the back, and I can see what he's got back there. And look, he's got some bounty hunters with some purple geared ones, but also some relic ones. And then just a Kira Scoundrel team back there. Does have Nest on it, is relicked up, so that's something I'll have to deal with. But now that I know what's back there, I can just go ahead and go up top. Start working on that wall, because I know what I'm going to use for a couple of those squads. But I'm not sure about that Grievous squad. So I'm going to start off with what I know and go from there. First up, I'll be taking out his Newt team with Geos. I know a lot of people use this counter, use their Genotions, take out Newt. It seems to work pretty well. And if I can get it to work really well, and I don't know what I'm doing, which Geo does what and all that, and I just press the buttons. All I know is Spy will do a big hit on somebody. But right there, I'm stuck behind Taunt, so I really don't want to waste his big hit. So, look at that. He just got another turn right in a row. So now I can use the hit on who I really want, which is Droidica. Look at that. Do a big hit, take him right out. Now I don't have to worry about him one-shotting somebody. Now I can go after Dooku, then I don't have to worry about him going back under stealth, feeding turn meter to anybody. Look at that. They're just taking them right down. Not a big deal. Geos are great against this Newt team. And then you just press some more buttons, get rid of the extortion, do whatever moves. Any move you do, even if it's getting rid of the extortion, is just going to make the Geos still attack and assist and do their thing. So it doesn't matter what you do almost. And that one heals them up a little bit, so maybe I'll get a couple banners back. I don't know. Go after Newt, try and take him out of the game. Now he's back under stealth. So no choice but to go for Jango there, take him out. And now I can finish off Newt. And look at that. There we go. Took him out. 59 banners, almost perfect, which is good for me. Now we'll take Gas against his Darth Revan. That's really the only counter I saved. I plan to use Gas against his Darth Revan. I really wish I had another counter saved, because I would like to use Gas against that Grievous squad. That is a weird combination, and it works really well. You'll see that here in a minute. But for now, this is what I saved, and this is kind of what I made my plan on. It's a little different, because, you know, this first week of GAC back in the 5v5 mode, we don't really have anything to go on. You can't kind of see what your opponent's tendencies are. I mean, you could dig deep in the GAC histories, but all that data is at least a month old. So a lot happens in a month if you upgrade your roster and everything. So not much I can do. I just figured if he set Darth Revan, I would use Gas against that. And if he didn't, I would use it against something else that's a hard squad. And so here we are. You guys know how this fight goes down. Gas can pretty much take out Darth Revan, no issues. I got 54 banners, so not perfect, but that's what happens. Here's the Grievous fight. Now, I don't know if I've personally ever been up against this squad. I've seen it done. I've seen some friends have it and have to fight it, and seen kind of how they handled it. But I have nothing to fight Grievous other than I plan on Jedi. So I was like, if it's a standard Grievous squad, I can use Night Sisters. If it's one with Watt, I can use Jedi, or I can use EP. I didn't plan on him putting both Watt and BB-8 in there. Makes it really, really tough. And you can see that even though I went JKR lead for the extra offense, extra damage, that I'm getting no kind of traction with this. I'm just hitting a brick wall. I hit Watt, and I'm doing no kind of big damage. And he's stunned, but B1 keeps healing him up. And so I'm making no progress at all. I'm just wasting it. And every single hit that I'm doing on Watt is feeding turn meter to B2, every time he has that chance to fill up his turn meter, and seems like it's firing off a lot for him. So I'm making zero progress on this at all. Really, really unfortunate. I'm trying my best to heal up. You can see that the first thing I did with Master's Training was put on Jolie. I figured Jolie would be counted on to bring the team back a couple times, and I wanted to make sure he had the best chance of survival. Maybe I should have put Master's Training on Yoda just for the extra damage, but I really thought, hey, Jolie needs it for the survival. I got to keep him as stout as I can. That way he can survive and bring everybody back, because who knows how many times that might be required. So look at that. As soon as I start making some headway on Watt, they're just going after Jolie like nobody's business. I got another direct focus up, so I throw that back on Watt again. And look, they're all over Jolie. Like, there's nothing I can do there to heal him up or help him out, do anything. They're just going straight after him. They kill him. And so that's unfortunate, because at that point now they start falling and there's nothing I can do to heal them up. I'm looking to see if there's any way I can kill somebody, do anything, and nothing. So this is what I decided to do. So I wouldn't be stuck on this team. This team can work. Just not against when it's Watt and BB-8. But CLS, even though target locks will stop their counterattacks, you can put off enough damage from this team that you can get several kills and break this team down and then make it an easier cleanup for something else. I don't really think that I had anything up my sleeve left that would have been able to one-shot this team. So it's better to take a two-shot approach. It ends up being 3 battles instead of 2, but at least it's a surefire win. So, and my opponent hasn't attacked yet. Right now there's about an hour, about 45 minutes left to go, I think. So maybe he'll attack, maybe he won't, I don't know. But this is my strategy, is I just want to clear the board at least. I don't want to run myself out of squads. And if I would have tried something else, I'm sure it would have failed. You can see that it's not easy with my damage dealers gone. There's no Han, no Chewie now. You do get, tore up because there's no real way to heal. And Grievous went after Old Ben, which is great because he's got the Death Zeta. Powered up CLS a little bit, so it gives him that survivability. I'm thinking, let me just at least take out B1. It'll be a easier cleanup. So let's go ahead and get rid of him, try and get one more character down. I don't think that CLS on his own, even with C-3PO as a punching bag, is going to be able to beat this team by any means. So I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can and make it easier for the next team that comes through. So that's what I did. I almost got B2 down, but that doesn't matter because my backup team to clear these guys off is Night Sisters, and it works with B2 or without B2, doesn't matter. So since I didn't want to mess around anymore, I'll just take my Mother Talzin led Night Sisters in, let them do their thing. There goes B2. And you guys all know how this works out. You just dogpile Grievous as much as you can, stack that plague, try and get as many attacks on him as you can, throw some damage that way, and there he goes. So not pretty at all. 25 banners there, but I got through it. And I can see that he set Malevolence in back. So we'll deal with that later. Let's kill off these last 2 ground squads and show you guys how these went. So because I put some decent squads down on defense, I don't think I left myself a whole hell of a lot for offense. And I didn't want to do this, but First Order can work against bounty hunters. In this case, you can see that their Jango was fastest and went first. So that doesn't help when he lays down burning and then you can't gain a turn meter. It's unfortunate. But they can work, so I just wanted to try it and do what I could, maybe take out at least a couple characters, and I have a good shot at getting a full clear in one with this team, if things pan out for me. And so they start off okay. You can see that I've already killed off Mando because he had purple gear, but then they turn around and kill off my First Order officer, which is, again, unfortunate. He had 2 purple gear characters on here, so I thought maybe I can give it a shot. And my opponent's probably thinking, yeah, purple power. If you guys use that in territory wars, you'll know that that can be deceptive, and people go in and underestimate, and those are the squads that get holds. And even though you had two purple gear characters at low star, you can see how they're tearing up my first order. Like, I could not make headway, couldn't do anything. So I was checking it out, seeing kind of where the moves were, because this is important. I don't have enough to, I thought about forfeiting, but if I forfeit, there's nothing I have that will outspeed this team, and they'll all go and do their thing. Let's take a break and go to the other team, because this is the counter I had saved for the other team. I know they'll be able to take out the scoundrels, and I don't have to worry about Nest because they got Nihilus in there. And then we'll circle back to the other one. I'll explain my thought process. But this is just scoundrels against, the EP, Empire Sith. I've got Thrawn, I've got Darkseid, Bastilla. There's zero chance these scoundrels are going to survive. Like, they don't even barely get to go. I throw so many debuffs down that the turn meter train is just constantly filling up their bar. You can see that they're under stun. They got shock. I'm throwing fracture on Nest, so she doesn't get to go. So the EP team really does sideline these scoundrels and makes them pretty worthless. Even though they got relics on, Zalbar, and they had mission, but I took her out first as the main kind of damage dealer. I want to get her out of the picture. And then I'm just keeping Nest sidelined until an Annihilate comes up and I can take her out just in one shot. Keep using stuns to my advantage. I've got Zalbar stunned. I've got Han stunned. And look, Nest is over there doing nothing. Just leave her alone. Now Annihilate's up. Now I can take her out. Now I got the other two to take out, and they're both stunned. Probably should have put shock on Zalbar, but again, they're both stunned, so it really doesn't matter which one I focus on. I could honestly just throw this on auto and let them do their thing. But I've got Fracture. I've got Culling Blades. Look at that. Zalbar's down in the red. They don't even get to move. So this is a great team if you can spare it to clean up some scoundrels and get rid of them, even if they have Nest on the team. Because you'll get to go just so many times that they don't even get to do anything. So watch this. This is important. This is the last squad I had with any synergy, my Imp Troopers. And you can see that before I even got to go, they dogpiled my General Veers and killed him. The important thing about this team, though, is that for every buff that they get, according to Veers' lead, they still get 10% turn meter. So that's all I need. Stark goes, puts up his buffs. Range goes, puts up his buffs. I'm feeding turn meter to my team so that they can honestly still go. And with that one purple gear left, Grief, I'm able to get a quick kill, and that's one less I have to deal with. I don't get to feed their turn meter when I get the quick kills, though, but it's just one less person on the board that I got to worry about. So the more I can go, the more damage I can put down range. It's going to hurt their characters that are even heavy relic. So you can see that the other ones just fall to the troopers because they have so much damage and synergy with each other. Even though Veers is gone, they were still able to triumph and get me 34 banners there. So that's all the ground squads. I just have to clear out this Malevolence. It's a 6-star Malevolence, and I kill these every single day in Arena. Obviously, I'm not going to waste my time or your time showing you how this battle went, because they're all pretty much the same. You get between 58 and 64 banners, and in this case, I got 60 banners. He kept getting reinforcements in, and it took me a while to overcome those vulture droids and kill the last remaining actual ship that I had to kill. So 60 banners, good enough for me there. And look at that, I hit the promotion to the Bronzium League. So got that. And that's it. That's the best I could do on my side. It's a crappy score overall, 1853, because I had a couple losses in there. But hopefully I put a tough enough defense that he'll struggle, or maybe he'll get stuck somewhere. I don't know. He hasn't gone yet, so I'll let you guys know how this turns out, and we'll see you in the next round. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.